What's up, guys? I'm Joe,
And I'm Big Cam,
and this is our first installment of Never Heard of It.
a series where we talk about films that you've most likely never heard of.
All those found footage knockoffs, the Japanese oddities.
Those what the fuck horror films and the fucking zombie gore porn. Rah, rah, rah.
Every week, we're going to bring you feedback on some random movie that you've probably never seen before.
So let's get started. Alright, so the first movie that we're going to talk about this week is a personal favorite of mine, and it's Otis.
Morning, sleepyhead.
Morning.
Hey, baby. I can't stop thinking about tonight.
Otis is a 2008 horror film that follows the story of a man named Otis, a very lonely individual who was looking to live a life that he never got when he was younger. The first time that I actually heard about it was I was watching a movie with my mom, because my mom is the whole reason I watch movies in the first place. Because like she would introduce me to all sorts of different stuff, and she got some really shitty movie. I know it was bad because I don't remember it very well, but one of the trailers attached to this was Otis. I was like, oh, that looked really interesting. You know, it was still a couple months before it was like released on DVD, and then it came out, and I was like, oh my god, Mom, let's watch this. And my mom loved it, and I loved it, and then I bought it, and that's like the tale of how I attained Otis. What do you think of this movie, Joe?
I thought this movie was really fun. It was a very fun kind of movie. Each scene was very, vibrant and laughable.
Yeah.
Despite the content, the gruesome content of the film. Especially in the third act. The third act picks up and is just outrageous. Good laughs all the way through, but it's just outrageous. It's very self-aware.
You're on a date with Riley?
Oh, man. Kim. Your daughter. Kim.
No, there must be some mistake. I don't have a daughter named Kim. My daughter's name is Riley.
Her name is Kim. I'm gonna hang up if you call her that other name again. Now, I'm calling, sir, because I want to find out if I can get your permission to take Kim to the prom.
Prom?
I think one of my favorite parts was the music in it. The music was unique and well done.
That's what I think is cool about like those independent films that have like the perfect set, because a lot of independent films that I'm sure a lot of our audience members have noticed, they don't have the like exact, like you hear something like, oh, that would fit really well, and then you hear it in something else, it's like, oh, it doesn't really fit that well. But then like those perfect segments where it's just like the entire, they're like I think the Devil's Rejects did this once, where they have an entire scene that's an entire song. The scene is like 5 minutes long into like one of the, I can't remember what song it is, but it's perfect. It fits so well.
Absolutely.
But you
And
know,
a lot of the music in this was very like a very indie rock
Yeah.
kind of stuff too, that kind of fit with the old high school
Aspects,
Yeah,
yeah.
the vibe that Otis was giving, trying to recreate his high school.
or like the prom night song, like
Right,
that
yeah,
perfect slow
exactly.
song.
Exactly.
That's one of my favorite parts. I agree with you in the aspect that it's fun. I do love the soundtrack to this movie, and the characterization is really cool. Kevin Pollak's character.
Absolutely.
Oh
yeah.
my god, he plays the best asshole.
He really does.
He really does.
And that is kind of his sole purpose in this movie too.
Is to just yeah.
He plays the main character Otis. Plays his older brother.
Yeah.
And he is just a complete and utter dick to him.
Yeah,
the entire film. And
Like, and that like adds in to the reason that I like this movie so much.
it's
'cause
not a huge part either.
No, but
it's
Otis is like one of those films where you don't feel for the victims. You feel for the victims, you feel for the family, but you feel more for the actual character.
I've had it with the fucking Fruit Loops and the pizza. Next time I come here, I want to see real fucking food in the refrigerator and clean this place up. You're a fucking idiot, Otis, but you're not an animal, so stop living like one.
And that's like why I like this movie so much, because you feel for Otis, like you really feel for him. You feel bad that he didn't get to live the life that he wanted to, and that he's trying so desperately to do it to attain this sense of happiness. And it's like, it's a real message to show what people will do to attain that certain happiness in their life. to like get the perfect pictured life that they've always wanted, what lengths are they willing to go to? Mm-hmm. And this movie really brings that out, and that's why I like it so much.
There was a lot of, and he does go through some extreme lengths to very, very cleverly at some points. It's almost Saw-esque. Some of the traps or whatever that she was stuck in.
Yeah, like one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie, and not to spoil anything, and I don't think it will, would be the prom night scene. Mm-hmm. Like that's so pretty in such an awkward way. Like the awkwardness of this scene is so perfectly done.
I feel a little awkward that you think it's pretty.
No, I think it's pretty in the sense that, like, okay, you have scenes that have like those awkward moments that you just kind of cringe at. You know, like everyone hates to feel awkward. It's the worst. It's one of the worst fucking feelings you can feel. But when it's done so well in the movie that you feel that feeling, but it's not an awkward feeling. It's like a reminiscent of, oh, I know how that feels. Okay, you know what? Best way to put it, and I'm being very serious here, is if you see someone, you as a male, see someone get kicked in the nuts. No, I'm serious. You see someone get kicked in the nuts, and you laugh because you're reminiscent of that feeling. It's the same feeling.
You look at that guy and he's like, I know how that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like the whole prom thing. You're like, oh, that's so awkward. Oh, I've been there. Yeah, that's. Well, I mean, not in the exact same scene because that'd be kind of fucked up. Kidnap girl prom scene. Totally fucking been there.
That's why your face looks like that.
In conclusion of this whole statement, I have to say, I would watch this movie. It's a great. Well, I have watched this movie, but as for you people, you should watch this movie. It's a wonderful take on serial killers. It's fun to watch. It's interesting, and it's a little ridiculous. And if you're watching something like this, then you probably like ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun all the way through. Like I said, the whole thing is built on caricatures of different everyday people. Mm-hmm. It's very black comedy.
Yeah. If you like black
comedy, you'll laugh a lot. It's lighthearted at the same time. Mm-hmm. Definitely an enjoyable watch for sure. And for some people, you might find that deeper meaning that Big Cam over here seemed to capture.
Oh yeah, you're so artistic. I mean, I don't know.
For all you hipsters.
Well, it's hip to be square, man. It's hip to be square.
He just said that.
I did. I said it on camera.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much concludes our little segment on Otis. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode of Never Heard of It.
If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe. Give us a like. If you have any suggestions for films that we should watch that maybe we've never heard of, leave it in the comment box down below.
Please challenge us because I've heard of just about everything. And be sure to turn in. You got to turn into this episode, not tune in. Turn into it. Be sure to tune into next week's episode where we'll be filming at HorrorHive.
Flirting?
We'll be flirting at HorrorHive.
I got it right this time, man.
Oh boy, God, I love this already. Okay, let's go again.